how do you think somebody who's just starting in commercial real estate could utilize the platform to, find deals and how they could use it as a beginner?
I think that Terracotta, what we've built with Terracotta is a really efficient way to build. I mean, the calling is nice, but really what we're trying to do is get you a really good database of, contacts that are active in the market, that are actually, it's actually the person that you're in touch with and that you're, maintaining conversation with, so that when that investment opportunity does come up, it's one phone call away. It's a warm connection that you've kind of been nurturing over time, with follow-ups and voicemails in the platform and all emails, even all those types of things. So like thinking back from that end goal, I think what Terracotta does really well, and that's underwritten, it's one of the features I want to talk about, is like building the database and sourcing those contacts. I think for me, if I was going to get into real estate investment, I would be daunted, kind of like, okay, where do I pull data? There's CoStar, there's Reonomy. Sure, I can get the data, but now I need to go get contact information. Okay, there's this whole process where I have to, look at the Office of Secretary of State and try and figure out who's the true owner of that LLC, and it's not always there. It's a register. So it gets to be like a very intense process, especially for people that are getting into it. And like you said, transitioning residential portfolio to commercial portfolio, I mean, the data situation is like night and day in terms of reaching out to a homeowner versus reaching out to the owner of an LLC who's, kind of a more professional investor, even if, they're not a super big institutional investor. So I think that's the first piece where Terracotta adds a lot of value, is like you database overnight, you specify the criteria, and we have web scrapers that'll go out and source all of that contact information and property data for you. And it's there at your fingertips. So you start from the same place, but instead of spending a month and being locked in analysis paralysis, trying to figure out the best way to start building that database, you just hit the ground running. So you sign up for Terracotta, you specify the criteria, or you upload a list of property addresses that you want to find owner contact information for and property owner contact information for, and we'll return that and deliver that in your account. 4 to 5 phone numbers, 2 to 3 emails for every contact, and you kind of have that database that you've curated just by using the same filters, but we've actually gone and like got you the information that you need to start taking action. So I'll pause there. I think that's the first thing, is around like just getting you set up with a database quickly and the prospect module that we have in Terracotta.
Yeah. I think that's huge because, like I said, I've been in brokerage for six years, I think, something like that. And prior to that, my process was there's multiple ways you can do it, but like you said, you kind of have to go all over the place to get all the information together. So like, most brokers, some brokers hate CoStar, but most brokers have CoStar. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people will refuse to use it. But we use CoStar for the most part because it's really, but it's expensive. It's really expensive. It's like $400 a month, and so you can pull a list from CoStar and you can get contacts. But the problem with CoStar contacts is I'd say it's like 50% accurate on the phone numbers and emails, if it's even in there. And if it's not accurate, then it's just not in there. So, it's kind of hard. What you can do is you can pull, what I started doing was pulling a list of properties, which, by the way, not every single property is in CoStar either. Most of them are, but you can pull a list of properties. Let's say it's like 100 properties. You download the report and then you send that to somebody else who's a skip tracer. And the skip tracer, you have to find somebody who's decent. You can go on Fiverr, you can go on Upwork or whatever it may be. So that's what we did. We found somebody who's decent. We sent them a list, say, hey, here's the list. Can you please skip trace this? It takes 3, 4, 5 days, comes back. You pay for that list. And then, then you can maybe start calling. But to have it all in one spot, kind of like a one-stop shop, is very nice. And I think that's a major game changer. Like you said, it's part of process. Like instead of having this long process that takes forever, you could actually kind of just do it all in one swing.